Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of the franchise series here with the Montreal Canadiens on the channel. We're sitting here after season 3, another disappointing season for the Montreal Canadiens. We're sitting here right before on April 12th, right after the season. The playoffs have begun, but one thing that I wanted to do before I sim all the way up to the draft and know where we're going to be drafting is view the lines of other opponents. Our status right now is champion, as you guys saw. But I want to team status champion. But some of you guys wanted to see other teams' lines compared to us and see if we have a team to compete around the NHL. So the first line here, Richie, Raquel, Perry. Not the best first line in my opinion. I think this team is a rebuilder, so I'm not gonna fight it too much. They have a good decor though, 89, 86, and 284s. Comparing it to us though, guys, I want to show you our lines first, just so if people don't remember what our lines are looking like. So we have a 91, an 87, and an 85, 184, 185, 183. That's a pretty good second line. All 81s in the second line. Actually, Suzuki went up to an 81, and all 80s except for Lehkonen in the fourth line. Now for the first D pairing, we have two 86s, so we've improved our decor a lot more. We don't have anybody lower than a 79, and Mete is a 79. I think he should be better than a 79 in my opinion. But other than Mete, our lowest defenseman is 82 with Ortio. So some people are saying that our decor had a lot of lower than 80 overall players, but in my opinion, I think we had a decently good decor after acquiring Schmidt and Manson, and that's actually when we started to lose the majority of our games. So now we're just going to compare it quickly to the other teams' lines. So we compared it to Anaheim. Now moving on to Arizona. Arizona, I think, is a champion. Galchenyuk is an 89 according to them. I don't know. It only has 3 bars. 90, 85. So we haven't really scouted them, so we should take their overalls with a grain of salt. Patrick Marleau, though, is on this team. Nick Merkley. So it looks like some of their younger players have grown a little bit. Chikrin is an 82, but that only has 2 bars, so it's definitely not accurate. Let's see the goalies. I guess you guys want to see probably 86 for Ranta. He's probably an 85 in my opinion, 84 even. Boston is a champion, I believe. Backstrom, Bergeron. So this is a pretty good center core. Krejci's moved to the wing. I want to see their decor. McAvoy. Yeah, this is a pretty decently good decor, but I don't think our defensive core is that bad in my opinion. I'll just go quickly. Who's this Kygorov guy? When was he drafted? 6th overall in 2019. That's very, very good. We'll see if we see anybody else that's not really supposed to be there. Darlene is an 87 with 3 bars. That's very, very good. 3, 2, 1, go. Carolina now, they have Teravainen at 86, Rask at 84, so this is not a very good team. However, Svechnikov is up to an 89, though. That's crazy. Martins Nekas or whatever is an 82. Sebastian Aho, 85. So this is a pretty good team that's actually starting to turn it up a little bit more. Julien Gauthier is a pretty good player, 82 overall right now. Let me see his stats. Pretty good player, in my opinion, Julien Gauthier. Good skating for his size, good shooting. Pretty good physical. Defense needs some improvement. And then same with the puck skills. But very, very good young player here. 83 for Julien Gauthier. The decor 86, 85, 84, 82, 80. Yeah, that's pretty good too in my opinion. Probably a little bit better than us. Now for Columbus, you guys can see the lines here. Dubois is up to an 88. It looks like Wemberg to a 90, but it's not accurate. Werenski and Jones, one of the best top pairings in my opinion on the league. Pretty good defense right there in Columbus. Moving on to Calgary now. They basically have all the same players. Who's this Connor Kemp guy? When was he drafted? 10th overall in 2019. So a creative player, looks like. Not the best offense in my opinion. Rasmus Anderson, 24, 82. Juuso Valimaki, 22. Noah Hannafin looks like he's gone up, but I don't doubt it's 93. But they have a pretty decently good decor in my opinion. They traded TJ Brody, looks like. I don't really have any of these guys scouted too much, it seems like. Sakura, no. Hayden, no. So I was just trying to see if there's anybody that was drafted. Adam Boquist, very, very good young D-man. 20 years old. Jokiharju as well, another young D-man, Henry Jokiharju. So they have some pretty good future there in Chicago, but it's not there yet. Adam Kerfoot, Dadonov, Juntanen. Who's this guy? Let me see, when was he drafted? 4th overall. What's his potential? Medium elite. Very, very good young player, it seems like. I don't have his overall, but just by his potential, it looks pretty good. Cale Makar now has made it to the NHL. Samuel Girard, pretty good in my opinion. Dallas, Matt Duchene has moved on to Dallas now. And yeah, I guess he replaces Tyler Seguin because we have him now. Capo Caco, medium elite, 77 overall. He might be, I'm assuming he's a little bit more, but pretty good. This Gurianov guy, Denis Gurianov, 88, 2 stars though, I doubt it, but it's a very intriguing prospect, or not prospect, but player there. On defense, Miro Heiskanen, he is supposed to be a stud, only 21 years old, medium elite. Let's see here, Julius Gonka, Lil Jagran. So I guess you remember how Toronto traded for Sagan in the first season. They gave away Lil Jagran. Now Zadina, Mantha, Svechnikov, looks like that for Toronto, or for Detroit, I mean. Bowen Byram is an 82, it seems like. So even though we didn't get Bowen Byram in the 2019 draft, we got Oli Ortio in the 2020 draft, 6th overall. And I think Ortio is already better than Byram. I don't know. If Byram's around 82 and Ortio we know is an 82, then I think Ortio is a better choice in my opinion. But both good young future stars on the decor there for both teams. Edmonton, McJesus, Aberg, Pulijajarvi, medium elite. It still says he's 77, so I don't know, but Draisaitl, pretty good team. No really young or new players here, I see. Weber, looks like he is declining a lot. Ethan Bear, so that's pretty good. Florida now. You guys can see, I created Borgstrom, Henrik Borgstrom, I believe I created him, right? Or no, maybe I didn't. No, he was already there, I believe. Yeah, no, never mind. Peugeot has moved on to Florida. Pretty good team. Kovalchuk is still here. Matt Luff, no, just Radko Gudas is playing offense. That's pretty funny. This defense looks kind of bad, actually, in my opinion. Kyle Clegg, though, medium top 4, but he's playing top 6 minutes right now. Minnesota, Granlund is a first-line center. Eriksson Ek. You guys can see Luke Kunin. Who else? Dumba. We know how good Dumba is. Nick Seeler. Taking a look now in New Jersey. Nico Hischier looks like he's grown a lot. Fallow. So other than the first line, it's pretty rough here in New Jersey. The decor, Will Butcher, Severson, Vatanen, Merrill. So not the greatest team. Jake Dotchin has moved on to New Jersey. Now the Nashville Preds. Eli Tolvanen, 84, but that's only 1 star. Not a bad team in my opinion. Chara has moved on to, it's pretty funny, to the Nashville Predators. Dante Fabro, a creative player. 80 overall, it seems like. He can be higher. Josh Hosang, Barzell, Kirby Datch. It looks like he's already playing second line in the NHL. That's very, very good. Defense, no one really new to report. The Rangers, I believe I created a couple players, but I don't think they've made it yet. There are a couple Russian guys. I don't remember exactly their names. Decor looks about the same. Yeah, it's pretty weak in my opinion. So that's that. Now for Ottawa, looks pretty weak as well in my opinion. Carlson's still here though, because I guess I started the franchise mode before Carlson was traded. Lafreniere, he's gonna be a stud. Medium elite right winger. I mean left winger, but he's playing on the right. So Philly has a very good team. Nolan Patrick's playing on the third line, so that's crazy. What else? Alsner's still playing on the third pairing. That's awful. Bad trade by them, but they have a very, very good offense. Now, Dylan Cousins is playing fourth line minutes with the Pittsburgh Penguins. It's pretty good. I don't see anybody else here on the decor for Pittsburgh. So you guys can see our team is not that bad compared to the other teams in the NHL. Obviously, we don't have everybody scouted, but I don't think is that awful, in my opinion. I think we should have competed at least for a playoff spot and potentially gotten in my opinion. So Robert Thomas has made it to the NHL finally. 79 overall though only, so that's pretty bad. No one really in the decor for them. Sergachev is a stud. Cuckoo doesn't really look like he grew too much. 27 years old already. Alexander Volkov, I think he was a... Oh yeah, no, he was a drafted player. 80 overall, pretty good. What else? So no really too many new players that I've seen so far. Like we have obviously the Lafrenieres, Fabro, and all those guys, but we're still missing a few in my opinion. So here for the Toronto Maple Leafs, we don't really have anyone that is new that I can see at least. Morgan Riley, Brody. So they traded for TJ Brody. Philip Roenick. That's a prospect right there. Elias Peterson, 85. Vertanen still playing. They got Ryan Callahan for some reason. Jack Hughes. Forgot about Jack Hughes. Wow, that's crazy. So they have Jack Hughes and Quinn Hughes, I believe, right? He should be somewhere here. Yeah, Quinn Hughes. Yeah, I guess Nate Schmidt was playing on Vancouver before he was traded to us. Yeah, so Quinn Hughes is here and Jack Hughes is on the offense. So that's very, very good. Yeah, Vegas has this guy that was franchised in the first year, I remember. Yeah, first overall in 2019. Sniper left wing, I believe he's Swedish. Yeah, Swedish. What else? Does it have a... No, I thought maybe it had like comparison, but it doesn't. What else? Nick Petan. That's it, I think. Petretti's still on here. But yeah, Sontag, Carlson, and Marchessault. That's a very good first line. Nothing really on the decor. Winnipeg. They still have their studs. Peyton Krebs, or whatever. This guy was a 2019, yeah. Medium elite. So they have an insanely good team. You guys can see here the decor is not that good. Very aging. Now these guys, 91 for Kuznetsov, 94 Ovi still at 35 years old. That's crazy. Let's see what kind of seasons he's had. Yeah, still scoring 58, 48. That's crazy. 45 this year. So good for Ovi. Hopefully he can surpass Gretzky. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. But with those kind of seasons, he might be getting close at least. Lucas Johansson, 83. So that's a player that grew. Madison Bowie's in the NHL. Pretty good. Pretty good team there. And that's it. So you guys see that our defense kind of compares to a lot of teams in my opinion. But obviously everybody has the right to their own opinion. I want to just take a look at some contracts before the draft starts. Wait, no, right here. Okay, Evan Rodriguez, Schmidt, Udon, and Rodriguez are still need to be signed. Let's see. If I get 1.82, you don't. Is he even necessary or? Yeah, the only players that I have to sign right away that can get an extension is Rodriguez, Idong, and Schmidt. And I think I'm going to wait for them. I think I did say that in the last episode. Let me just make sure that most of my scouts are sent out to scout some players. So yeah, it looks like they are. Looks like all these scouts are, except for one player, but most of the top, yeah, 2 players. Yeah, most of the top 50 looks like they're being scouted by our team here of scouts. So I think I'll just leave it at that. I'm just gonna take a look quickly at my scouts, guys, and see if anybody needs to be assigned. And then the next time you guys will see me will be with the draft position. So just wait a second. The playoffs are complete. The Winnipeg Jets won the cup. You guys saw their roster before, at the beginning of the episode, I mean. And yeah, they had a really good roster, so good for them. They won. They have some studs in offense. Their defensive score wasn't very impressive, but looks like Connor Hellebuyck actually might have stepped up big there. So I'm going to look quickly at her stats. I just had to show Carey Price's stats. I think some of you guys wanted to see them. He had some good stats. So the one who basically dropped the ball was Pickard, like I was saying in a couple episodes ago. 31, 25, and 8 for Price. 2.69 goals against average. You guys may think that that may be caused by the defense score, but I don't think the D-core was that bad, but we'll see. It's okay. We'll try to make it better. So we'll look at awards quickly. The cup was won by Winnipeg, as you guys know, and then we'll look at the player awards. So Art Ross was won by Tarasenko. Alright, yeah, so the Art Ross was won by Tarasenko. The Hart Memorial was won by Tarasenko as well. Big year by Tarasenko. The Norris was won by Hedman. Lady Bang by Tarasenko again. Calder was won by Jack Hughes, so good for him. Patrick Laine won the Connie Smythe, so he must have been insane in the playoffs. The Vezina was won by Fleury 2 years in a row, I believe. William Jennings was won by Fleury. Bill Masterton was won by Chara. Frank J. Selke was won by McDavid. That's pretty funny. Ted Lindsay by Tarasenko. The Maurice Richard Trophy, the Rocket Trophy, was won by Sontag, the sniper, the franchise sniper. So that's good. Good to see creative players actually getting it done here as far as stats. And you guys can see here the playoff tree. The Winnipeg Jets beat the Penguins in the Stanley Cup Finals in 7 games. So that's that. We still don't know our positioning in the draft, unfortunately. I thought we were going to find out before the playoffs ended, but let's just simulate all the way up to the day before the draft, and then we will also see just a final time. Just take a look at the standing, not the standings, but the draft board. That's what it's called. So we're drafting 14th overall, so that's not good. I guess that's where we finished, so we didn't win the lottery, so what else is new? Okay, let's view the draft class now, just to see if there's anybody else that has changed. It doesn't look like it. Everybody seems to be about the same spot. I don't see any franchise potential players here so far, but yeah, that's it. We're going to be able to maybe pick up some elite players, I hope. Yeah, some top 6s are elite players, hopefully. We're picking 14th, right? So there's a few top 6s, but there are also a few potential elite players. This guy, Seth Gilroy, was actually suggested by our scouts to take, but he only has 2 bars, so he's most likely not an elite, and I can go down all the way to Caleb O'Brien and pick him because he's already an elite player. So we'll see. We just have to manage our, not manage, but just make sure that we're picking the correct player with the correct potential that may have the best trade value and the best chance to actually grow. So Patrick Marleau has retired. Gabrick, Camilleri, Chara finally retired after signing a 4-year contract, right? So that's very, very weird. Plekanec has retired with the Vegas Golden Knights. Backus, Bufflin. Bufflin retires after winning a cup. That's good. I think that's it. Versteeg also retires after winning a cup. Then the rest of these guys are basically free agents. I want to take a look quickly at the goalies. Who has retired? Luongo, Montoya, and Zakov. So that's good. We know who has retired. So now we'll simulate all the way up to the draft here. We will edit our trade block really quickly. I don't know who I want to have here on the trade block. Let's also remember that this Glebov guy might be NHL ready next year. So he's only 19, but yeah, he's a stud. Nick Suzuki, Manson Schmidt. I may add Max Domi into the trade block just to see if we can improve on our second line or get a better player there. What was Nikita Sherbak's stats this year? 35 so he didn't really improve that much. He was a better goal scorer, but I may put him on the trade block as well because he hasn't really improved that much and he's making quite a bit of money. So let's see. Domi's stats 43. He had 60 points last season. So Domi would be the player that I would least like to trade because he signed for 4 more years at 5.4. So that's a pretty good contract for a 50 point man, in my opinion. But Sherbak, in the other hand, hasn't really produced the way I want him to. So who else could we have here in the trade block? Oh, Danault is another player, right? Yeah, Danault was another player that I was looking to trade potentially. I remember that. So yeah, those will be my 3 players, I mean, that I put on the trade block. So we're going to start the draft here now, guys. I'm not going to look to trade my first round pick. I think I'm just looking to, what's it called? I'm just looking to draft with my first pick. Yeah, I'm just looking to see what else. Message center, watch list. Okay, Dos Auto. Okay, so maybe while I let the other teams pick, I'm going to go through all the teams and look at who is on the block. So Neil Frolik. Taves is on the block. Anisimov, Shaw. Eric Johnson, Tyson Barrie, Dadonov. So Barrie was a player that we were looking to trade for, I remember, but I guess I signed him just to put him on the trade block, which is kind of funny. Nakis, Delandria, Lucic, Gibbons, Grabner, sorry. No one really that we know here. Is that K'Andre Miller? No, Kevin Miller, most likely. JVR is on the block. Joe Thornton, Evander Kane, Logan Couture. So no one really too interesting that I can see. Alexiev is a prospect, but he might cost a little too much. So yeah, nobody really too interesting here. So we're gonna simulate all the way up to our user pick and see who's been drafted before us. So this Darby guy was medium elite, first overall to the Rangers. Another elite, Semenov, top 6, high top 6 though. Elite, Dos Auto, Delmore. Top 6, Wood, okay. So no franchise so far. A lot of top 6s. So ideally, I wouldn't like us to. I'm gonna call a timeout first. Ideally, I wouldn't like us to draft a medium, medium top 6 or even high top 6. I want medium elite, for sure. Grand Pierre though is a top 6, medium top 6. So taking a look quickly at his stats, he had a very, very good season there. 83 points in 63 games for Bernard Grandpierre. He has a similar style to Theo Fleury, medium top 6. Shooting A-, puck skills B-, senses B-, skating B, physical, okay. 6'3", 190, so pretty good player, but okay. Milan Lucic for South Gilroy, no thank you. I think it's between Bernard Grandpierre and this man right here, Caleb O'Brien. Had a very, very good season as well with 67 points in 63 games. He is scouted 21st though, so I don't know if that would be a reach. Henrik Zetterberg. Let me see here. I only have one first round pick. I don't know if I wait until getting Grand Pierre or what. There's a couple here, gems for the second round for D-man. There are a few top 6s as well. Let me look at the gem and busts section here. So we have a chance to get a couple D-men here. Brandon Dubnyk is a gem, 2 bars low elite though, but I may look to get him later in the rounds. Let me see. I would like to get Grand Pierre. So what I'm thinking right now is I would like to get Grand Pierre and the other elite player that's comparable to Henrik Zetterberg, but I don't know, guys. Who is picking 21st? The Flames. So the Flames have 2 first-round picks. Do they want to give away their other first-round pick? No, they don't. Okay, so if I go all the way up to 20th then with the Sharks, do they want to give away their pick? No, they don't. Okay, so you know what? I'm just going to pick the elite player, guys. I think it's a safer pick. Grand Pierre might be a good player, but he's top 6. And his value is going to be less than Caleb O'Brien. So Caleb O'Brien is going to be your first round pick. Medium elite sniper. So hopefully he has a decent overall so you can maybe get into your NHL team in the future here. I'm going to simulate this entire round. No. Yeah, sim to next round. And we'll see if there was any gems found here. After our pick, Caleb O'Brien, Grand Pierre, yeah, so top 6 sniper. So they're basically the same player, but one is medium elite. So hopefully they have, Caleb O'Brien has a higher overall, but we'll see. Seth Gilroy, top 6. Good thing we didn't go for him. Medium elite, this Bowie guy, though, I didn't see him anywhere. That's pretty good, 17th overall. So top 4 for Franzen, Alvara, top 4. Top 6 for Boucher, top 4, top 6, top 6. No one really other than that elite after us has been too good here. Medium top 6 for Winnipeg, so that's pretty bad. Where are we drafting now? Let's see. Sim options. Yeah, let's sim all the way up to our next pick here. Oh, no, sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Sim to user pick, all right. So let's see if anybody interesting has been chosen here. No, not really. Okay, so we actually have the 6th overall pick in the second round. So actually, I'm going to take a timeout here as well. Just because why not, right? Okay, let's make the pick here. Or let's see. Let's set up a strategy at least. We have a top 4 gem that we were talking about. Defensive defenseman Reginald Pritchett. 6'5", 18 years old. And we have Terrell Couturier as well. He's supposed to, so I may be able to get both of these guys. There are a couple elite players, but they're not for sure elite. 1 bar and 2 bars. So you know what? I'm gonna go with the gem here, guys. Pritchett. Because none of these guys really interest me too much. Top 6 forwards and all that stuff. So Reginald Pritchett is gonna be our other second round pick, or second round pick, and then we're gonna simulate it all the way up to this. I think we have a couple second rounders, yeah. So top 6 medium, top 6 medium, low elite Cam Bites. I think this is the guy that we saw, right? I don't know. Yeah, I think that guy was one of the guys that we saw. Anyways, top 6, top 9, top 9. Okay, so we missed out on 1 low elite, but not the end of the world here. Let's go and draft the other gem. Hopefully he is a high top 4 or maybe low elite. He has only 3 bars as far as top 4, but I don't know. Terrell Couturier for our second medium top 4. So not bad. We have 2 medium top 4s, 1 two-way defenseman, and then 1 defensive defenseman. And now after this, we are going to take a look more at, oh, we didn't have a 3rd round pick. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at some of the gems that I saw. Hopefully they haven't been picked. They may have actually, which is scaring me a little bit. So 2 gems. We have the goalie still. Okay, I'm gonna take the goalie right now. He is. I remember there's a couple more gems here, but we're gonna take the medium elite goalie, Hunter De Kaiser, 6'1", 195. Welcome to our team, Hunter. Good stuff. So we have, I think we've gone 2 medium elites and then 2 top 4 demons. So pretty good in my opinion. I think we have another 3rd rounder. So they're asking for a 4th, 105 for another 4th and a 5th. You know what? I'm gonna do that because then I have more choices, and I believe that other elite player, that other gem was supposed to go in the 5th round. I think 200 and something overall. So let's see who LA picked with our pick, right? I believe it was our pick, correct? Top 9. I think we might have had 3 4th rounders, because yeah, when is LA picking? Or did LA already pick? I don't even know. Maybe that was next year. I don't know. I didn't really read the trade too much, but we have a couple more 4th round picks, so that's crazy. Let's see here. Anybody that interests us a little bit? No one really too interesting. So let me take a look at the gems again. Actually, let me look at the potential first. Elites, but not... Oh, 1 elite, low elite here. He's supposed to go 200 though, so I may wait on him. This is the gem here. I'm thinking this guy has 3 stars or 3 bars. This guy has 4. Top 4, low, top. So this draft is pretty weak in my opinion. So you know what? I'm gonna pick both of these guys here. I'm gonna first go with this Shannon Kepping first. 4 stars, low elite. And then I'm gonna go with this next gem. Send to user pick. It should be in the 4th round still. 104th. So you know what? I'm gonna make sure. Wait, 152nd and a 6th. You know what? I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep my pick because I want to make sure that I grab that other low elite player here. That was a gem. So this guy was for sure low elite. 4 stars. We knew that. This gem though, we don't know if he's gonna be low elite, but let's just hope for the best here. He's still here, yeah. Brendan Dubnyk. Let's select him. Low elite, so okay, another low elite player. A grinder low elite in the 4th round, so that's pretty good. So we made sure to have, I think, most of the gems that we had scouted, so that's pretty good. I think we have a few. Oh, we didn't have a 5th round pick, but we have a couple 6th right here. Let's just start making the picks here and see if there's anybody interesting. No. 2 bars for medium elite. Should I try Samuel Terry? I'm going to try him. Sherbrooke Phoenix. Let's try him. Medium top 9. Not terrible, actually. And let me just take a look quickly at some of these other players that have been drafted in the 6th round and in the 5th round as well. So, not really anything too crazy. Let me take a look at the 5th round because I skipped it all. Medium bottom 6. Medium bottom 6. So this whole draft seems to have been pretty weak. So good thing we didn't really trade any of our players for picks because this draft has just been trash in my opinion. All right, let's go all the way up to our next pick here. Wait, no. What the hell? Sorry, let me just simulate all the way up to our pick now. User pick. So this guy was low top 9. So now I want to see if I have any more gems. I don't think I do, right? No gems or busts. So we'll go by potential again. Low top 4, Joel Tyrell. This guy's a beast. 6'5". So you know what? I'm gonna select him. He may be a good player to trade if he doesn't pan out. So low top 4 is not a terrible value. So our pick in the 7th round. Let's just select whoever is available here. Top 6 D-man. I might have to go with him, to be honest. We didn't really pick too many forwards. But yeah. Okay, low. I'm gonna actually go with Wilson Stevens or Steves. Sorry. 2 bars for medium or for low elite. Let's see what this guy would turn out to be. Low top 4, so not a bad selection in my opinion. Let's go. I think this might be the end of the draft. No, yeah, it is. Okay, so the NHL draft is now complete. We have selected O'Brien, Pritchett, Couturier, Kaiser, Keeping, Dubnyk, Terry, Tyrell, and Steves. So not a terrible draft, I think. I think we got a couple medium elites. I think 1 low elite. The goalie was elite as well. 2 medium top 4. So pretty successful day or days in the draft. Nicholas Lidstrom. This guy was, oh yeah, no, sorry. The re-sign stage. Okay, no, never mind. We are here in the re-sign stage, actually. I'm going to look at if the players that I have to re-sign are willing to maybe drop their price a little bit. Especially Udon and Schmidt, I think, are the players that are UFAs this year, right? Wait, what the hell? Where are they? Yeah, Udon, Lindbom, all these guys. So let me take a look here quickly at who needs to be re-signed. And I'll bring you guys back once that's ready. So give me a second. Alright guys, so I offered a contract to Evan Rodriguez just as a depth player. Udon rejected. I think he wants a little bit more cash. He's asking for around $2 million for 79. I may give him 1 year just to try him out, see if he grows. But we'll see. Lemieux accepted. Reichel accepted. Ryan Suzuki we had to sign. Will Biden accepted. Okay, this is the O'Brien guy that we signed or that we drafted this year. Veg demo, and then I want to show you quickly so you guys can see what our draft looks like this year, or what our draft look. Yeah, basically the players that we drafted. I believe this guy was a player that we drafted. Tyrell, Terry, Steves, Pritchett. Humphreys wasn't one. Keeping. Couturier. Dubnyk was another player, medium low elite. I don't think we drafted any of these guys before. Yeah, some of these other guys were drafted the year before. So yeah, Udon wants 2 years, so I'm gonna give him 1 year, so I'm gonna give him 2.2 just so he shuts up and signs with us. This guy is a bottom 6, so we're not going to sign. This guy's a low top 6, so we're not going to sign. As far as Schmidt, though, Schmidt wants, I believe, $5 million, so I may wait. He doesn't want an extension either, right? Yeah, he wants to test the free agent market, so I may wait and snag him up in the free agents. But I wanted to show you quickly the players that we signed or that we drafted. So we drafted a backup last year, and we drafted this guy right here, the Kaiser. He's gonna be a stud, it looks like. Hunter, the Kaiser, and a couple French starters, pickers. No, we're not gonna re-sign him. Burry, we're gonna sign. Just give him an entry-level contract. Hopefully he can grow. Oscar Dansk, Booth, high backup. Was this? Yeah, this guy was one of the players that was a two-way guy, just an AHL guy. Oscar Dansk, let's see if he wants to re-sign for our team. Oh no, he wants a two-way. Okay, so no, we're just gonna find another young goalie to back up or to play in the NHL. I mean, in the AHL. So you don't accept it. Booth accepted. Burry accepted. So there you go. I'm just gonna quickly take a look at to see if we need to sign any other players that we might have forgotten, and then after that I'll bring you guys back once the free agent list is ready. So give me a second. Alright guys, so we're here in free agency. You guys can see Sam Reinhart's actually an RFA, so we can't look at him. RNH, not really too exciting. Nate Schmidt though, I think we're gonna have to re-sign him. Give him 5.7 for 3 years. We have the cap space. You guys can see here 14.955. So we traded for him, so we might as well just get him back in free agency. 5.8 just to make sure he signs with us. for 3 years. Or was it 4 years that he wanted? No, he wanted, yeah, he wanted 3 years, so not that much. And he's only 29, so. Now, the other players that we have to look for are, I think, a goalie. We definitely need to sign a goalie. A backup goalie here. Ilya Samsonov is actually a UFA for some reason. How is he a UFA? I don't know. Ilya Samsonov is a UFA, guys. So let me actually offer him 4 point. Because we have the money. So if I give him 2 years for 4.850, I don't think we need to re-sign anybody too important. Let me just look here. Who's this Lundqvist guy? Oh, Henrik Lundqvist, sorry. I was like, who the hell is this guy? I just didn't know he was ready. Oettinger, though, another medium elite player. I mean, high starter, sorry. Who do we sign? Samsonov or Oettinger? Let me just check here. Because we need... I want to save some money to sign a good backup. Better than Pickard, so we can try to make the playoffs for sure next year. Let me just look at my contracts and see who we need to sign next year or in 2 years. Just to be sure. So we're going to have to sign Sherbak, Paling, Rodriguez, Lekanen, Suzuki. So Paling is going to be a UFA. So actually, I know why. So the creative players actually... they go into free agency because obviously they're not drafted and they're creative players, so they lose their RFA status. So you guys can see here, Paling will become a UFA at the end of next year, so that's gonna be rough. So we're gonna actually have to sign a few of these players. So you know what, I'm not gonna go for Samsonov, but a player that I'm gonna go for is Jake Oettinger. I believe he is a Dallas Star drafted player, so I think it's good for us to get him. So we're gonna get Schmidt and Oettinger, whatever his name is. Let me look at his profile really quickly and see if he's had. Just want to make sure he's played in the NHL. So he's played in the NHL this year, 8 and 9. So we'd be taking a gamble on him, but I believe the Dallas Star team wasn't very good. So. Or should I sign Samsonov? That's the issue. Low elite though. So you know what? I'm gonna get Oettinger. Younger and basically the same overall. High starter is almost pretty similar to low elite. So we have him now. If we don't, we can always sign like Ryan Miller or Keith Kincaid or something like that. But yeah, those are the 2 players that I want to for sure try and sign. Let me actually look to see if there are any potential players that are interesting. We have 15 million caps, so Zaitsev, low elite. I'm going to sign him for sure. Doesn't look like he was drafted, so he is just a low elite player. Callan Foote here. Should I RFA him? I might just RFA him and give him 1.5. He is for 1 year, yeah, one-way RFA, 1.5. He may grow, so low elite. So I'm gonna actually give him a contract, 1.6 even. I don't have to give him anything. I do not have the okay. Let me actually look at the compensation and see what is out there for him. Low top six. Exact top 6, low top 6. Okay, let me actually sign this guy as well. Couple RFAs. Okay, and let me just look at the compensation sheet actually before anything, because I may need a 7th round. But does it need to be mine? Like, that's the issue, right? I don't know if it needs to be mine. Let me just read it. 1.4. This year's 3rd round pick. This year's 2nd round pick. So this would be this year's first. Okay, I'm gonna give him just a little bit less than 1.5 maybe. Let me just look to see if he is actually on the block. He is on the block. So do they not have money? Yeah, they definitely don't have money to sign him. Where is he? Callan Foote. So if I can give him Actually, let me see if I can trade someone. I don't know if it needs to be my third round pick, or if it can be anybody's third rounder. So let me just make a little bit of a move here. Oh, these guys don't have a third either. Does Pittsburgh? Okay, Pittsburgh does. So would they trade this year's, our third for this year's third? So let's see if this would go through. Trade accepted. Okay, so let me actually now try and sign Cal Foot. Hopefully this will work. Yeah, because that would be a pretty good player to add in my opinion. I think he may be able to grow. So if Tampa can't sign him, we might as well just sign him. So if I give him 1.650, would this go? Oh my god, so it needs to be our, it definitely needs to be our it needs to be our third round pick. So I made that trade for nothing, but if we give him a little bit less, that may go through. You don't know. Okay, so what does it need to be? 1.4? Yeah, okay, no picks required. So let's see if Tampa is able to match that. I will also sign this other lowly player. Why not? And yeah, let's simulate a day now. So hopefully Cal Foot accepts now. That would be huge. We can get a prospect. We can play him in the AHL if it doesn't work out. But Olin rejected. Okay, so he didn't want to come in. Zaitsev accepted though. Johnson accepted. Oh, hold up. What was that? Did I reject that, or what was that trade? I don't even know what that trade was, honestly. I have no idea what that trade was, guys. Kind of wish I could go back to it, but it's alright. I wasn't able to see it, but oh, I gotta relax here with clicking all these buttons so quick. But yeah, simulate a day. Odinger accepted, which was good. Schmid accepted. Foot accepted. Okay, he's accepted our offer, but Tampa has a chance to sign him if they are able to make the moves necessary. Okay, they're not willing to match Cal Foot's 1.4 RFA contract. So we have actually gotten him. We RFA'd Cal Foot. But you know what? They weren't able to accept, or yeah, they weren't able to pay him. So we have Cal Foot now. So that's another player that can play on the bottom pair. We still have 9 contracts to sign. So let me just, I may have to sign a couple. I know I have to sign an AHL player. AHL goalie, sorry. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. AHL goalie and then some AHL players. But I'm going to look at who wants to sign a 2-way contract here. No one that we really know. And Sami Niku, though, I know is a player that we may be looking to get as far as like D-man. Oh, he's an RFA still, but we'll just give a try to him. Kid Ellerby, Magna Hathaway. So I don't really know who to give a contract to right now. Sundqvist. I just want our AHL team to do decent, you know. Mersch right here. Is that Jannik Hansen? It is Jannik Hansen. So we'll give him a contract too. Why not? 1 year, 2-way. Worst comes to worst, we'll just scratch him. We don't need to play him if we need to play the young guys over him. Now for backups, Drieger. I know he can be a good backup in the AHL. And I think that's it. So just going to simulate a couple days now, and hopefully all these players accept. They're just minor leaguers, so we can just see what's up after that. Okay, Sundqvist, Niku rejected, Drieger accepted, Mersch accepted, Hansen accepted. Okay, perfect. So now, let me see here. Let me look at the progress report quickly. Ortio went up, Domi went up, Kotkaniemi went up. That's pretty good. Kotkaniemi is up to an 84 now, guys, so that's very, very good news. He's growing quite fast, so that's good stuff. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Suzuki up to an 81 with 3 stars, though, so it may not be true. Yeah, that's it. What else do I need to do here? I don't want to look at my contracts just yet. Let me browse the trading block really quickly here. The episode's been going on for a while now, but we just got to do our due diligence here. We didn't really have the most exciting free agency. There wasn't really any big fish, as you guys saw, but we were able to pick up a couple good players, in my opinion. Radulov's on the block. Hoffman's on the block. Suter and Spurgeon. Ladd. Michael Hutchinson's on the block. Mike Condon. Wayne Simmons. JVR. Joe Thornton. Wow. Alexia. So no one really too exciting, I think, at least. So yeah, that's pretty good. We actually added a Callan Foote. Let me just see here. We had a Callan Foote. We brought back Nate Schmidt. We got Odinger with us. So I think that's pretty good. We're looking for big things out of Glebov. This is our first round pick. Has pretty good value in my opinion. What else? What else? Where is Cal Foote? I just want to see his overall or his trade value. So it's pretty low actually. But hopefully he can turn into something. If not, he can play in the AHL. But it said that he wanted a a one-way contract. So that's good. And then let me look at our goalies. I want to see Odinger's trade value. So very, very good actually. It's actually very, very good. And De Keyser's is pretty good too. So I think we actually improved our goaltending depth now. So I think the only thing I can do now is simulate all the way up to next year now. So I'm going to do that. And just give me a second, guys. No, thank you. But I actually remembered now that I saw that Sam Reinhart was on the trade block. So let me see if he's still on the trade block, if he hasn't been signed yet. Because if he hasn't, yeah, he still hasn't been signed. 87, though. I think he is a first-line forward. So you may be looking to get him. They don't really have any, but yeah, they don't have any money to re-sign Sam Reinhart. So if we were to trade Max Domi, who else? Cal Foote maybe, or Juleson. Okay, Max Domi, Dano. No, they wouldn't have the money. Okay. So they don't even have the money for this, eh? Wow. Okay, let me see if they have any bad contracts this year. Yeah, Eichel's making 10 million, so that's not helping for sure. Olofsson, how many years for Olofsson? 1 more year, so we can get him. And then Hunwick as well. So these two guys here, would this go through or what? Not really. So these guys are in really big cap trouble. Just trying to see if I can grab any of these crappy players that makes a lot of money. So yeah, Connor Sheary potentially. Yeah, okay, so we'd get Sheary only for this year. We'd bury him in the AHL. Hunwick and Sam Reinhart for Domi. Let me see if there's anybody else that they want. They basically want all these NHL guys, but they don't have money to afford them, so I don't get why they would want them. Kearns, Guerra, and a second rounder. Let's see if this would go through. So Domi, Kearns, Guerra, a second rounder for Sheary, Hunwick, and Reinhardt. We would get a first line forward now, in my opinion. Let's see if this would go through. We're not interested in your proposal. We like Easton Kearns if you want to take another crack at it. So Easton Kearns, they want him. Let's see if we trade him Sherback, would this go through? Sherback instead. Sherback instead of Domi. Okay, so let's take away Domi, Guerra, Sherback. Okay, Kearns. Guerra, second rounder, Sherbak, and someone else potentially. Yeah, Sherbak makes a little bit less than. Yeah, he makes a little bit less than Domi, so this may go through as it is here. Let's see, O'Brien, Hamilton, Clefbaum, Manson. Yeah, ideally I would like our first. Okay, actually, if we trade Cal Foot now, is a trade. This is messed up. Buffalo is actually screwed up their contracts really bad. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna add. How many years is? Okay, so Girgensons actually has a little bit less trade value and a little bit more money. So, and 1 year as well. So Sheary, Girgensons, Reinhard for Kearns, Guerra, a second round, Sherbak, and Cal Foot that we just signed. Literally just signed him. Do I make this trade? Let me just try and see if this would go through. Trade rejected. Take away Guerra, maybe another second. So we would trade 2 seconds. If we trade him 2 seconds, so it'd be basically Sherbak and 2 seconds and this prospect for Reinhardt. Would this go through or? Let me try with a third, actually. I don't want to give away too many of our picks either. So Pittsburgh's third this year. Would this go through? Trade rejected. Okay. So let me see here. If I take Sherbak's, if I retain Sherbak's half salary, I wouldn't have to take back any of these other players. Yeah, I wouldn't have to take Girgensons. Maybe Sheary. He's not worth that much, but okay. Sherbak, Kearns, a second. Okay, 2 seconds. Kearns, 2 seconds, and Sherbak for Reinhardt. Would this go through? Trade rejected. Okay, it's woefully insufficient, so there's nothing we can do here. We're just going to have to simulate all the way up to the first. I mean, not the first, but the start of the season. If Reinhardt hasn't been signed, then we can go back again. Actually, let me see if we tried signing Reinhardt. How much would that be? Because they would definitely not be able to sign him. So it'd obviously be 2 offer sheets in a row, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do, you know? 7 million, though. I don't know if I'm committed to that, honestly. You know what? I'm not committed to that. Never mind. I'm not going to sign him. So I'm just going to go all the way up to the start of the season, and I'll bring you guys back once that's done. Alright, guys. We're here in preseason. I want to show you quickly the lines. These are obviously not going to be the finalized lines. I just want to make sure that Sergei Glebov is not good enough to play in the NHL, so I'm going to bring him here for a couple preseason games. Also Cal Foot and Odinger. You guys can see here. He's going to be starting just so we get his overall, because we don't even know his overall right now. So I want to show you quickly the scratch players. Armia, Mete, and Philippe Myers. I might look to bring in Philippe Myers throughout the training camp, but we'll just simulate a couple with maybe 5 games. Yeah, there's a lot of games here in preseason, so the captains are still the same. Jonathan Dren's the captain, Gallagher and Sagan are the assistants. So we're 2-0 so far, playing as the Florida Panthers. Can we get a third win? We do. Okay, 4-0. So nothing to go crazy about just yet, because I don't 5-0. Okay. I don't want to go too crazy, obviously. It's preseason, but I want to just take a quick look at our players and see if anybody has grown really quickly here. So we don't have any information on anyone just yet, unfortunately. Let me see if we have more information on Foot. No. And let me see the goalie. Do we have any information on the goalie? So Odinger is 81, it looks like. well, 3 stars, so maybe 81, 82, 83, or even 80, but hopefully he's no lower than 81, because we're hoping that he will be better than Pickard, and Pickard was an 80, 81, I believe, last season, so yeah, so we're going to simulate all the way up to October 1st now, or wait, yeah, October 1st. Can we make it 6-0? We are 6-0. Okay, we got to be salary cap compliant by the start of the season, which is on October 4th. So if we finish the preseason 6-1, now we should hopefully have some players ready. It's kind of hard to tell when the players will be fully scouted, so not yet, which is kind of annoying, but I got to make my changes now, guys. So I can't keep waiting on some of these players, so I'm going to have to send down Glebov and some of these other guys who have two-way contracts. So give me a sec. Alright guys, we're here right before the season starts. We have edited some of the lines here. Say again, we basically have the same lines as last year. I just included Nick Suzuki on the second line instead of Sherbak. So maybe if you have a natural right-hand shooting player here, his shot is actually pretty good, 4.5 stars, but obviously it's not fully scouted just yet. And then if we add Sherbak, maybe an 84 overall player with Paling and Armia, that might help the second line, or the third line, I mean. And then on defense, basically the same thing as last year: Ortio, Schmidt, Manson, Mete. Hopefully he can grow. I've seen in other saves that Mete grows up really quickly. Same with Jolson, up to an 81, 82 really quickly after even the first season. But with me, Mete has, in this save, Mete has completely sucked as far as growing. And then Odinger and Price and net. I just want to simulate all the way up to the first game. Actually, before that, I want to show you really quickly that Sam Reinhart has actually been traded. I don't know where to, but he has been traded, guys. I don't know how to look. Maybe I'll go around the league just for the hell of it. Why not? Let's see. Okay, if you guys see Reinhardt, let me know. I don't see him there. Don't see him here either. But yeah, he's not with Boston anymore. Or yeah, with Buffalo anymore. You guys can see here. Nowhere to be found. So he must have been traded, or someone must have offer sheeted him, which is probably crazy. But he's a good player, so let me actually make sure. Yeah, I didn't see him here. You guys can see here, Hamilton, medium elite. That's the player that we traded. He was drafted in the 3rd round. He didn't really play last year, it looks like. He played in the U.S. League. Who else? Chicago. I don't see him there. The Nuge went to Columbus. Dallas, I don't see him here either. Detroit, I don't see him here. Where did he go? Like, that's weird that we can't find him. If I'm not able to see him and you guys see him, just leave it in the comments, please, guys, so I can actually take a look at his stats and see if he was actually in fact traded or not. But I don't see him. Galchenyuk, center elite. That's pretty funny. You guys see, I don't see him anywhere here. New Jersey now. Nowhere to be found in New Jersey. Same with the Rangers and the Islanders. Oh, this is a Vitaly Kravtsov guy that I was telling you guys about. So they have this Kravtsov, and actually I think that's it. But yeah, that's a player that I didn't see. When I was looking at the lines for all the teams. So he hasn't made it just yet. Lafreniere's insane franchise. That's crazy. I don't think I even put him franchise. I'm pretty sure I put him as medium elite, but maybe he grew up to franchise. Who knows? San Jose. I don't see him. Nikita Oh no, that was Nikita Filatov. St. Louis. Kaprizov. I don't see him. Tampa. Where is he? Did I miss him? I must have missed him, guys, but I didn't see him. So if you guys actually, is there any way that I can search for him? Yeah, player search. Is there any way that I can actually put the name of the player? Yeah, I can. Okay, perfect. Reinhardt. That's way easier. Oh, no, never mind. Okay, how do you advance? How do you search? I'll search right here. Okay, so actually Sam Reinhart went to the Detroit Red Wings. Sorry, I didn't see him anywhere, but yeah. So did he sign? He signed a $9 million a season contract. So that's crazy. So good thing we didn't trade for him. Sorry, because he obviously wants a lot of money. But let's just simulate all the way up to the first game of the season. I'll end it there. Hopefully we have some results for some of these players that haven't been found yet. Okay, our first game is going to be against the Florida Panthers. Sorry. Let me take a look and see if we have the overalls of our players. We should. We still don't. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, Suzuki, we do know for sure 83, so that's very, very good. 22, 83. He's a top second line forward now, so we'll leave him there. We still don't know Kotkaniemi. Hopefully Kotkaniemi's 85, 86. That'll be nice. Some of these guys we still don't know. Odinger, let me see. Odinger's an 81 so far still. But I guess we have to simulate a couple games to know what our players' overalls are. Let me take a look quickly at the AHL and see if we know anybody's overalls. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go edit lines instead and take a look that way. Yeah, edit lines. Edit lines of the AHL, and then we'll see if we know anybody in the AHLs. Still don't know anybody in the AHL. Okay. Yeah, of course we don't. Okay, so it's all good. Yeah, I'm just gonna edit the lines, guys, and I'll end the episode here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. We'll start the season 4. We have to make the playoffs, so leave some suggestions. I kind of want to improve our right wing, first line right wing, so we can bring down Gallagher maybe up to the second line. But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, please leave them down below. Have a good one.